So let's talk. Peter, how is it being an investor in the wind energy business?
The product is getting better and better, but it's also a problem because it seems to be every turbine is a prototype. So we're moving to the next level.
Yeah.
So everything is improving, but that is also demanding for the industry. What we are discussing here, it's like how can we get hold of spare parts in 15 years? I mean, it's more of a commodity to bring the spare parts in place, and I think that is very good and it's crucial for the business. So volume is good for us.
For me, what you do with Stena Renewable is quite unique. I mean, you go out, you buy the turbines, and then you don't just completely lean back. You stay in a close cooperation with the turbine service organization, but also with the owners.
Yeah.
I think this is quite a unique approach, because a lot of investors are just investing, and then they are leaning back and going for this full service contract.
Yeah.
Why do you do this differently?
I'd say it's a lot coming from our history.
Okay.
If you look at Stena as a company in total, it's asset-based. We buy assets, we own and we operate the assets, and it's all about taking care of the assets. So if we estimate the lifetime of an asset of 20 years, if we can successfully have that in business for 30 years and then eventually sell it and expect another 10 years of lifetime, I mean, then we've been successful. So it's all about taking care of your assets and taking care of your suppliers as well. And I think that's, to my opinion at least, I think that will be our success, and to have a aligned interest with our suppliers in order to really create something and make something better out of our products.
How do you feel right now the turbine manufacturers, how they are responding to your need? Because I think you are quite unique in that one.
There is an understanding in the business that here's the customer, here's the supplier, and there's a big gap in between. I'd say that we closed that gap. The suppliers are also moving. They're seeing that the service and maintenance contracts will be more and more important. So entering the business, we could get hold of a 2-year contract, and now we're talking about 20-25-year contracts, because it's of interest for the suppliers to be long-term service providers. And they will not be successful unless they listen to the customers.
Knowing you, Peter, I know you are a very nice customer, I can say. But if you are a nice customer, but if you would have a wish or a message for SKF, what would you like SKF to step up to?
SKF is a supplier to our suppliers.
Yes.
So, and I would very much like to get in contact with SKF. Really, even though we might not buy things directly from you, but if you understand our needs, you can push our suppliers in order to get closer and closer to what we aim for. I think that you're moving in the right direction. You're seeing this as not only supplying bearings to the industry. I mean, you're constantly adding things in your value chain in order to be a more complete supplier to our suppliers. And I think that's absolutely the way to move forward. And I think that taking care of bigger parts of the drivetrain is important. I also think that, using your intelligence, I think that the way you discussed during your speech is, okay, how do we assess all the data that we get? How can we proceed with that? I think that big data is a buzzword in the industry right now. The amounts of data we have more than plenty of. How do we assess that? How do we evaluate, and how do we create something out of that data? That's the most important thing right now.
Peter, thanks very much. It was very good talking to you.